What's up, guys? This is Jan for Chess24. I'm coming to you today to use my latest talent, which is predicting stuff. Traditionally, not really the strongest part of my game, but ever since I got that basketball trade right, I have the utmost confidence in my abilities. So what we will do today is predict the outcome of the 2017 Fide World Cup. Probably the strongest World Cup ever played. Almost everybody who's anybody in the world of chess is participating. So what we will do is we will jump right into the bracket and then predict the whole thing. Hopefully we'll win. By we, I mean myself. But you guys can do the same thing if you click on the link that I posted. I don't know, that you could see in the beginning of the video, or you can probably see it at the end of the video too. You can do the H prompts. You can do the same thing. Let's, without further ado, get started. We might also meet the field by doing so. Here we are. First round, Magnus Carlsen versus Balogun Olufafemi. Sorry for bungling that name. Gotta go with Carlsen on that one. Bachmann versus Alexei Dreyev. Same rating, 2648 versus 2648. Alexei Dreyev, a veteran. Bachmann from Paraguay. Little younger, one of the many up-and-coming Latino players. I don't know, I'll go with Bachmann with it on this one. But of course, could go either way. Etienne Bacrot, my teammate in Baden-Baden, against Alexander Fier from Brazil. Barkratov will win this one. Bu Shangji versus Diego Flores. We'll go with Bu. I played Bu when he was the youngest grandmaster in the world. Like, I don't know when that was. Long time ago. He was a big, strong guy back then already. And I was happy to get a draw. Who's next? Mr. Svidler. This is a player I'm familiar with. Can't say the same about his opponent. Probably a solid grandmaster. Vachidov from Uzbekistan will roll with Piotr. I don't think he goes by Piotr. Bassem Amin against Victor Erdos. Amin 2680. Whoa, the Egyptian climbing up the ranks. I'll go with Erdos on this one. I know Erdos, extremely solid guy, will be very hard to beat. Typical Hungarian school of chess, very theoretical, very hard to defeat in a match. What's next? Let's scroll down a little bit. Radek Wojtaszek, another teammate of mine in Baden-Baden, faces Felipe Eldebs. Radek should win this one. And we have Onishuk. Can you guys see this mouse over thingy? You probably can't see it, right? Should read out the ratings. Onishuk 2682 versus Jerebuk 2627. Onishuk 50 points I rated. That will have to do it. We have the world number 2, Monsieur Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, facing Muhammad, another tough name for me, Kowayev, my apologies for bungling that one, from Tajikistan. MVL should win that. And we have Gratchev's Roughnecks versus Melkumyan. Thing is, if you have like a middle of the pack rating, 2650-ish, in the first round, you get an opponent that has almost the same rating as you, while the highest rated guy plays against the lowest rated guy. So it's not like in your average Swiss where it's 1 versus 60 and 2 versus 61, but it's 1 versus 120, 2 versus 119. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but you get the idea. So you have a lot of lopsided matches of the top favorites, then you have a lot of close guys. So Gratchev, Malkumyan, I'll go with Gratchev, but of course this could go either way. Pavel Iloyanov, one of the heroes of last year's World Cup. He is a big favorite to defeat Alex Landerman from the USA. David Howell, the Englishman, back to 2700, favorite against young Arjan Tari from Norway, another up-and-coming player. Roll with Howell. Rishuk, 2783 versus Esam Elgindi 2455. Should be Grishuk. Oh, Wayne Jones, Jorge Corey. It's another very close one. Jones, Corey. I'll go with Corey. No offense, Gawain Jones. I have a feeling Gawain Jones, I'm probably wrong about this. In my mind, he has a very fixed repertoire, like you would expect him to play the dragon and stuff. And you can probably prepare for that accurately. That's probably not true. It's just ignorance on my part. We'll find out. David Navarra versus the oldest participant, Johan Hjartarson from Iceland. Navarra, big rating favorite, 2.737. Should get the job done. And then he would meet the winner of Cheparinov, Dimitrios Mastrovasilis. Both of these guys I know well. Cheparinov, dangerous dude. 2.696. Topolov's longtime second and training partner. Small favorite against Dimitrios Mastrovasilis. Vladimir Kramnik is a favorite against Dai Changren. And then we have another 61 versus 68 encounter. Arashenko against Demchenko. Similar names, I'll go with the Arashenko because he's the more experienced Enko in this encounter. Ivanchuk against Murtas Kashkalev. If you want to predict an early upset, Ivanchuk might not be a bad pick because he sometimes does stuff like losing on time and a little less predictable, but he's still a favorite against Murtas, who happens to be a very strong player. Another very strong player is Jan Krzysztof Duda from Poland, recently crossed 2700. Pansulaya, always dangerous, always strong on the Georgian national team. But once again, gotta go with Duda. Oh! Now we've reached my boy, Anish Giri, against, is that the only woman in the field, Nana Zagnitze? Anish should win that one. Then another very interesting encounter, Alexander Motilyov, who nowadays is more of a coach than a player, but still, of course, very strong in his own right, 2.675, against rising star from the USA, Jeffrey Zhong, 2.633. Oof, this one is tough to call. I'll go with experience, but the other outcome would not surprise me one bit. Hare Krishna versus Yuri Gonzalez Vidal. I have to admit, I'm not familiar with Mr. Gonzalez Vidal, Grandmaster from Cuba, 2.543. Harry, what's his rating nowadays? 2.743. Harry, of course, favorite here. And then we have Ponomarev against Seturaman. Seturaman is a very solid player, I think 2.618, probably low for his standards. But Ponomarev, one of the heroes of these knockout FIDE World Cup tournaments. Won it once, I believe, runner-up twice. So never bet against Ponomarev. Well, we'll bet against him in a second probably. But always a force to be reckoned with in this format. Another force to be reckoned with in this format is a gentleman called Levon Aronian, who also won the thing, I believe, in 2005. Recently been playing pretty well. Mr. Levon, some would say, the player of the year 2017 so far, and he will probably defeat Daniel Cordery. Oh, there's another woman in the field. I was wrong. Zagnitze, not the only one. Hu Yifan against Kasper Piorun from Poland. Very evenly matched, but I'll go with Hu Yifan, who of course has more experience. The drawback, or the one weakness I would guess Hu Yifan could have in this format is that she's a little more vulnerable to preparation. Of course, for Piorun, this is a big opportunity and he'll be very well prepared. But I'll still go with experience in that one. Sounds weird to call Hu Yifan the experienced player when she's still very young, but of course at a high level. She's played more games than Piorun. Maxim Matlakov from Russia, a sometimes training partner and teammate of our friend Peter Svidler, against Julio Sadora, popular banter blitzer. Matlakov does outrate him. I'll go with the Russian in this one. And whoa! Matlakov could face Andreikin in the 7th round. 2700 clash. Andreikin, who first has to beat Guganov, another solid Russian player. But Andreikin, who was a finalist in, which year was that? 2015? 2015, I believe. Andreikin lost the finals to Kramnik. Is that? Oh no, was it? I got my years wrong. 2015 was, of course, Svidla Kayakin 2013 was Kramnik Andreikin. So Andreikin, pretty decent at this format, is what I'm trying to say. Very, very strong rapid and blitz player. Speaking of very strong rapid and blitz player, Sergei Kayakin, the reigning blitz world champion, is a favorite to defeat Anton Smirnov from Australia, the youngest player in the field. How old is Anton these days? 16 maybe? Not sure about that. I did defeat Anton in the Thailand Open, which is pretty much all I have to brag about these days. My results in the Thailand Open should I win. So I'll go with Kayakin in this one. Then Daniel Dubov against my compatriot Daniel Friedman. Very evenly matched. Dubov slightly higher rated, big theoretician as well. Go with Dubov, but don't you underestimate Mr. Friedman. This one could certainly go either way. Rajabov is a favorite against Helgi Damziska. Seems like Rajabov has found his mojo back recently after years of not playing very much. He's back on the upswing. Artemiev, one of the rising Russian stars, faces one of the rising Dutch stars, Benji Bok. I will go with the Russian on this one. Wesley So against Joshua Daniel Ruiz Castillo from Colombia, an international master. Wesley So 2.810, I believe that's no longer his rating, but at the time of the seeding, Wesley So, the number 2 seed. In the meantime, he's switched places with MVL in the world rankings, so MVL is now the world number 2. Wesley So, I believe, is the world number 8. Sandro Mareco from Argentina, 2.650 against Matthias Blübaum, 2.646. Both these guys outrate me, which upsets me. So I have to decide between the Argentinian and my countryman, Mr. Blübaum. I'll go with Blübaum on this one. Up-and-coming young German player. And my dear friend Francisco Vallejo, who I just talked to. He's already been in Tbilisi for a couple days. Getting acclimated. Faces Kartikeyan from India, 2.579. Paco should come through in that and earn a ticket to face the winner of Tomaszewski Antipov in round number 2. Tomaszewski 2.710 was higher rated not so long ago. Antipov, I believe, former world junior champion. Yeah, not a favorite to make it past Tomaszewski. Jan Nepomniachtchi playing against Mladen Palac. Wow, Palac managed to qualify from the European Championship. First of all, kudos for that. It's not easy at all to qualify for this World Cup. I managed twice over the course of my long, not very illustrious career. I believe in 2007 and 2009 maybe. Once I made it past round 1, defeated Maxim Rothstein, and then lost to Levan Aronian. Once I lost in the first round. Still a bit traumatized about that to Mr. Ernesto Inarkiev after winning the first game. That was annoying. Anyway, Nepomniachtchi favorite against Palac, and Adiban versus Win Gok Trong Son. This is a very interesting matchup as well. Both guys very, very sharp players, very strong tacticians. I have no idea what could happen here. They both can play any opening. Adiban probably a little more experienced by now, played in Vike and so on. So it's slightly higher rated, so I'll go with Adiban. But don't you mess with Mr. Win. He's a very tough cookie. I know that because I played him during a match Germany-Vietnam long time ago. Yu Yang Yi, big favorite against the very young Iranian player. We'll roll with Mr. Yu Yang Yi. And Chobava against Ivan Salgado. This is interesting. Chobava, very free spirit, very, very creative. Ivan Salgado, very hard worker, my friend from Spain, big theoretician. So a bit of a clash of styles, Salgado. Will spend a lot of time preparing. Well, Chobava will probably surprise him early on. Tough, tough call. I'll go with rating as usual. But Mr. Salgado is a very tough guy, so I am not sure about this prediction at all either. Nakamura, favorite against Al-Rakib. Faces the winner of another tough Spaniard, Niño Anton, playing against Lazaro Bruzon from Cuba. I'll give this one to Niño Anton, even though Bruzon, the more experienced player, and so far I've normally chosen experience over youth. But Nino needs a win. He's due for a comeback after his fantastic Jib tournament. He's had some more mixed results recently. So I'll go with him in this one. Sound logic. Fide, favorite against another Cuban. We'll go with Fide, and he's facing my former nemesis, Narkiev or Mshedlishvili. I know Mshedlishvili, very, very solid guy, very good theoretician. Won't be easy, but Inarkiev, with his 100 extra rating points, still a bit of a favorite. Sorry for choosing the favorites all the time, but I want to win this thing. I'm not in it to make some cute predictions that will turn out to be wrong. I'm doing this according to the best of my knowledge, which is not very good, but I do believe that Vichy will come through. Barushan Akobian against Anton Kovalyov. I'll pick the outsider here, Anton Kovalyov, the very solid Canadian. 25 points outrated? I'm not sure. I believe Akobian plays the French, so I normally like to bet against players that play the French. But I could be wrong about that. I will not dare to bet against Mickey Adams. Rothstein, 2695 versus the young, at least in my days he was young, probably is no longer that young, Robert Hovanesyan from Armenia. I'll go with Rothstein, another very strong theoretician. Fabian Caruana, bit of a no-brainer there. Laurent Fressinet, my dear friend, paired with Luka Lenic from Slovenia. Rating-wise, this one's very close. But I will favor Monsieur Laurent and his experience. Then again, Lenic also experienced it. Who the F knows these things? Pityogov should be favored against Kulouts. Nair Alexandrov. Nair 2-7. Whoa. And another crowd favorite, Wei Yi. Whoa, we could get Wei Yi versus Richard Rapport in round number 2. Alright, I gotta choose that, if only for entertainment value. But I also believe both are favorites, even though Rapport shaky. So Cordoba, who's a very strong player from Peru, of course has a shot. Chow, a favorite. And then another interesting encounter. Livio Di Terni-Cipriano, German number 1, against Samuel Savian, or 7, as some people call him. What's Savian's rating these days? 2620? Dieter is tough though. Dieter is sometimes surprisingly tough because he looks so friendly with his long hair. But yeah, I'll choose Dieter in this one. Shah Mamedyarov. I've read somewhere some people consider Shah a big favorite for this one. Certainly in round number 1. He will face another winner of one of the more evenly matched. Kuzubov or Shigalko? I've played Kuzubov, was a draw. Shigalko I probably lost in some rapid game. So does that give me extra info? I'll choose Shigalko because he always looks so tough. He has a twin brother, but this is the stronger one, Sergei, and he looks very tough to me. Kuchubov, then again, he looks quite tough too. That's too late to change. Boris Gelfand, former winner of this thing, faces Kirill Stupak, who I defeated once, so that's normally a tell. He's likely to face Wang Hao. Wang Hao? Oh, I played both these guys in this year's Thailand Open. I beat Sangupta once again. If you lose to me, you're probably out. And I got very lucky drawing Wang Hao, so I'll choose Wang Hao in this one. Ding Liren, the Chinese top player. Is he? I think he's still higher rated than all the other guys, right? Should come through. Kravtsev, Kovalenko, another one of these 2,650-ish crapshoots. I'll go with Kovalenko. He used to be rated 2,700. He seems to have a very carefree attitude, which could be a good thing. I don't know the man. I'm just making assumptions based on what I read. Lei Kwang, very tough in this format, playing another German. Vitaly Kunin, but Lei Kwang, bit of a wizard in rapid and blitz as well. So I think he's going to be very hard to defeat. Our boy Vidit from India, who I once insulted when I met him with Anish Giri, and I did not know what Mr. Vidit looked like. So I asked him if he was a Dutch friend of Anish's. Of course, an Indian super grandmaster, or yeah, Super Grandmaster-ish, 2693. So we made it past round number 1. Now let's scroll all the way back up and tackle round number 2. What we got? World champion versus my prediction, Axel Bachmann or Dreyev. Let's go with Magnus in this one. Oh, this is getting tougher. Not that the first wasn't tough, but even tougher. Bakro Bouchangji. I'll go with Bakrotov. Svidler against Erdos. I had Erdos for the upset, so I mean, could be as well. Peter should make it. Wojtaszek, Onyszuk, both very experienced, but Radek. Probably more active theory wizard, has the rating edge, should make it as well. MVL should make it past Gratchev. Elyanov Howell, nah, you can't go against Iloyanov in the World Cup so early. Mr. Grishuk. Navara Chiparinov. I'll go with Navara. Kramnik Arashenko. Ivanchuk Duda. You know what? I said earlier that Ivanchuk might be one of the guys who you could pick for an early upset. You could also pick him to win the whole thing. Neither would be overly surprising. But I will go with the young Polish player in this matchup. Giri Motilyov. Interesting. Two big theoreticians. But Mr. Giri, of course, the favorite. Hari Krishna Ponomaryov. Nowadays, Hari slightly higher rated than Pono. And both very, very good practical players. I'll go with Ponomaryov. He's just shown us so much in this format. 2 times runner-up, 1-time winner. Has all the experience in the world. Will be okay in the openings against Hari. So I have no idea. Bit of a brazen pick. Levan Aronian, of course, would be a favorite against Hoyifan or Kasper Pioron. Matlakov, Andreikin. I'll go with Andreikin. And this is, once again, solely based on my previous experiences. Because I once won a rapid game against Maxim Matlakov like 10 years ago. So I think he's outmatched. That's my logic. You lose to me, you're out. Even if it's like 10 years ago and you were like 12 years old. Sergei Kayakin has never lost to me. Neither has Daniel Dubov. Of course, Kayakin a favorite. And Radjavov Artemiev. This one's interesting. Oof. Don't know. I'll go with Radjavov. Seems like Radjavov is back in form. He will put on his sunglasses like it's 1999 or whenever he did and enjoy himself too much. Wesley So. I picked him to play Blue Bomb in the second round. So a favorite. And another tough one. Vallejo against Tomaszewski. Same rating. So I will go with my friend Paco. Mainly because he would be very upset if I jinxed him here. And he's 7 points higher rated than Tomaszewski, who's been struggling a little bit recently for his standards. Pomnishi favorite against Adiban. Pomnishi, another very, very tough cookie in this format. So good at Rapid and Blitz. And Yu Yangyi, I'll take against Chubawa. Nakamura against David Anton. That was the final in the Gibraltar playoff this year. We will go with Hikaru. Forgive me, Nino Anton. Fedoseev, Inarkiev. Seems like Fedoseev has the mojo on his side currently. Wasn't Inarkiev bumped from the Russian team in favor of Fedoseev? Or am I hallucinating? There was some story there. Anyway, Fedoseev did very well in Dortmund. I'll choose him. Vishianant is a favorite against Kovalyov, who I picked to be the upset winner against Varushan Akobian. Mickey Adams. Oldie but goldie. Oh, we could get Vichy versus Michael Adams like it's Groningen 1997 all over again? Was it 97? I'm making up years. Interesting. Barbie against Fressinet. I'm so sorry, Monsieur Laurent. You know, this hurts me Bobby is 2800. Vityugov against Nair. I'll go with Vityugov. Wei Rapport. I'll go with Wei. And I'm looking forward to that match. I hope it happens. Li Chao against Dieter. This could go either way. Li Chao, very tough grinder technician, not as strong in the openings. I'll choose him because I'm a sucker for rating, but very, very tricky one. Shachmamadjarov, favorite against Shigelko. Gelfand, Wang Hao. I'll go with Gelfand. Ding Liren, Kovalenko, Ding Liren, and Le Quang Vidit, also interesting. But Le Quang has the whole package. Even though he blundered a whole rook against Kasparov, Le Quang, very, very strong rapid player. Very, very strong blitz player. I'm assuming Vidit, same thing. Yeah, I've heard actually about Vidit's blitz prowess as well. Who knows? So we have now paired round number 3. What will we get? Carlsen Bakrotov. Go with the world champion. Svidler Wojtaszek. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll go with Peter, the former winner and last edition's finalist. So that would bring us a match Carlsen-Svidler. Interesting. MVL versus Iloyanov. Don't mess with Iloyanov, but MVL is the current world number 2. His mojo will be up there, and he's very much mojo dependent. Grishuk Navara, I'll go with the Russian. Kramnik Duda. Alright, Vladi. This one's tough. Giri Ponomarev, as I said, a lot of respect for Ponomarev. I picked him for the upset in round number 2 in this format. And a lot of respect for Giri in anything. I'll go with Giri. What's this? Aronian Andrekin. Drakin's a tough cookie. You know what? I'll just choose the favorites in exciting style. Kayakin, Rajabov, Kayakin. Wesley So against Paco Boy. Sorry, Paco Boy. Go. Wesley. Nepomniachtchi, Yu Yang Yi. Very interesting as well. But Nepomniachtchi, as mentioned, the whole package. Very, very tough in this format for sure. Nakamura is a favorite against Fedoseev. Vichy Miki. Who knows? Vichy, historically, I think, has gotten the best of Miki in these events. Is that even true? Anna Vityugov. Wei Yi Li Chao. Interesting. Gotta go with Wei Yi, mainly for narrative reasons. But I also think he might be a small favorite against Li Chao. Ooh, Mamedyarov Gelfand. You know what? I was gonna go with the upset, then I thought about it. Gelfand hasn't been very active recently. I think he kicked out Mamedyarov of one of those things in the past. Yeah, I believe in Boris Gelfand. This might be just plain wrong. Shachmadyarov has been playing so well all of 2017. Ding Liren against Li Quang Liam, also interesting. The Chinese have done a good job of organizing lots of matches for their top players, so Ding Liren has quite a bit of match experience at this point. Last World Cup he lost to Wei Yi in wherever it was there. Once, how do you call this? Octavo finals? Wang very strong in both rapid and blitz. I'll go with Ding, but anything could happen. So we're down to what? Down to 16 players now. I have to kick out our dear friend Peter Svidler. Don't enjoy doing this, Peter. It's the boss man. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to scroll there. Will I figure that out? We'll worry about it in a minute. MVL Grishuk. Who knows? MVL. Man with a mojo. Same ratings, Grishuk, of course. Tremendous competitor, tremendous in rapid and blitz. Will be highly motivated. You know what? I'll go with the Grishmaster here. Probably regret that. I will regret everything that I got wrong and nothing that I got right. I believe that will be my approach. Kramnik Geary. Kramnik has had Geary's number for centuries. Literally. Sometimes history matters. I'll go with Mr. Kramnik. Even though I feel that dynamic is about to turn. Aronian Kayakin. Oof. Let's go with Levoncito. Wesley So Yanipomnishi. Also interesting. He made a joke that normally at this level people don't just give pawns away unless they're Jan Nepomniachtchi. So I'm sure Nepomniachtchi did write that down in his little notebook. Both guys very strong rapid players. Wesley not famous for being as good at blitz. But will that matter? Let's go with Nepomniachtchi. Very brazen pick as well. Nakamura Anand, that's a tough matchup for Vichy. He hasn't fared well against Nakamura in the past, so I'll go with Nakamura here. Caruana against Wei Yi. Ooh, clash of the Petrov specialists / Najdorf killers. Go with Fabi. Even though Fabi, of course, is vulnerable in this format because of his... Not sure that's a fair characterization. His lack of blitz... I can't say lack of blitz skills. He was rated 2800 in blitz very recently. Yeah, I think he's still a stronger player than Wei Yi. I'll choose Fabi. Gelfand Ding Liren. Ding Liren won a match against Gelfand in the past. Wow, I have Ding Liren going far. And I have to figure out a way to scroll to the right. Will I be able to do that? That is anybody's guess. Because Tekjan today does not strike me as sharp as we used to. Seeing Tekjan. Let's see. Damage? I don't know. How did I do this? This can only take hours. Oop. Yeah. We're making progress here. Not a whole lot of progress, but some progress. This is not the most elegant way to handle this. But we'll have to do for now. Nope, don't hide me. We are not that desperate. Are we? So what we got? We got Carlsen Grishuk. Hard to bet against the Norwegian, the world number one in classical rapid and blitz in this format, who deliberately participates in the World Cup. Doesn't have to qualify for anything, just because he wants to. Kramnik Aronian. Two more gentlemen that know each other extremely well. Levon Aronian, the one knock on him has been his nerves normally aren't great when it comes to qualifying for World Championship matches. But this is qualifying for candidate tournaments, and he's always made it there. Kramnik missed the last one, did not get a wild card because Aronian got that one. Who knows? The tournament is in Georgia, will that affect? No, that won't affect either of them. I'll go with Levon. He's been very, very tough all through 2017. Nepomniachtchi Nakamura. This is one for the ages. We've had that in the last World Cup. A lot of bad blood, a lot of castling with one hand, two hands. A lot of drama. Anything can happen. Hikaru had the better end for himself there. I not bet against him this time around either. Fabi, why do we have Fabi going so far? Mainly because I always bet on the high risk player. I'll do it again. Fabi Naka. And that leads us to, this would be the semifinals. Look at me. All these outsiders I put into the semis. Carlsen, Aronian. Who knows? But why would you bet against a free-rolling Magnus Carlsen? Nakamura, Caruana. I'll give it to Hikaru for ruthlessness in Blitz. Well, all these guys are pretty good, so it's not easy to predict that thing. Not easy to predict even the Finale Grande, which according to me would be what? Carlsen versus Nakamura. Okay, that doesn't sound impossible. Does it fit? White. Oh no. Sorry, Tekyan is taking the day off, but we will be able to at least see Carlsen Nakamura over here. And I will go with the world champion. He's been doing pretty well against Hikaru Nakamura in most formats. So that leaves us with me predicting daringly Mr. Magnus Carlsen as the winner. Wow. Now I'm supposed to fill out something? I'll do it. What should I fill out? Winner. Magnus Carlsen. I couldn't choose it? Alright. Title your prediction. Clairvoyant Jan. Enter your email address. I can't show you guys that because I have this very secret email address. And I'm a very clumsy typer. Save current progress. Let's do that. Saving. And what's happening now? Your prediction was submitted. You may edit your bracket up until the start of the contest. When does it start? Like Sunday? I think Sunday. I'm still not 100% sure what we will be doing commentary-wise, but I'm sure I will be doing commentary one way or another, one language or another, during this lovely event, be it in German, be it in English, be it in Spanish. Stay tuned. I'm very much looking forward to this because, as you guys could see, everybody is participating. And there'll be so many exciting matchups, be it whatever I predicted or anything else. You can't go wrong. So it's gonna be a fun tournament. Will last most of September. And I hope I get everything right and will crush all of you in this predictions game. If you wanna participate yourself, you can do it here. Challenge. Not with an E. Who knew? .com Tbilisi 2017. But of course, it's hard to improve on my predictions. So best you can do is probably copy them. And then I should win by default because I gave them earlier than you. I hope that's how it works. If not, I'll be very upset. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy the World Cup. I certainly will. Enjoy your weekend. all I got. Bye bye.